What are you guys still doing here? I've already started the car. Come on, we're going camping. I just came in to grab my coffee. We're going camping. Come on, let's go. All right, I did make sure to bring the bug repellent. I'm about to play lineup 4. It's legally distinct, trust me, it's fine. It's raining. It's morning. It's morning and it's raining. Ooh, a little fresh outside.
All right, so I have Hershey's cookies and cream salted caramel. I'm putting them inside of this croissant and I'm going to toast it up. I was going to put marshmallows in here and have a s'moresant, but some people came by my campsite last night and ate all of my marshmallows sitting around my fire. They came around to use all my honey and marshmallows, and so now I don't have any marshmallows left. So I'm just going to have a cookies and cream salted caramel croissant. Maybe I'll try and make a s'moresant next time.
Hey everyone, how are you? Anyway, that was a pretty fun and relaxing camping trip. The drive was relaxing, it was so fantastic. I went to the Balango forest in New South Wales. Now to preface this, there in the 80s and 90s was a serial murderer named Ivan Milat. He killed people in the Balango State Forest, but that's nothing to worry about. That was such a long time ago. The guy died in prison years ago, so nothing to worry about. But when I was driving down the dirt roads, it was really interesting. A lot of roads were closed off, so you couldn't drive on them. So I had to take a number of detours to get to the campsite, which was pretty funny because that's usually how a horror movie starts. But the air was just fantastic. It was fresh and smelled like pine needles. You can smell the mud from freshly fallen rain. The sky was just so clear and blue, really fantastic. When I got to the campsite, there were a handful of other camping parties. So whenever I go camping, I always bring extra equipment, extra food, just in case there's other people in need, or in case people want to come and hang out at my campsite, which is usually what happens. I brought a bunch of different kinds of foods, as you saw in the video. There was another camping party there. There were two friends, two young men named Leo and Talon. And eventually during the day, they came over to my campsite and they asked me for help. And they asked if I could teach them how to do a campfire because they didn't actually know how to do one. They brought some wood with them and they ended up burning it all in a matter of minutes. They didn't do it correctly. And so I taught them about creating the proper structure for a campfire, how to build a campfire for proper airflow. And because they ran out of wood, I said, "Oh, hop in my car, we'll go and drive down the way a little bit where we were allowed to collect branches that had fallen onto the forest floor. We weren't allowed to cut down any, living trees or anything like that. So we were able to take wood that was on the ground already. And so I taught these two guys how to properly start a fire, how to maintain it, how to keep it running throughout the night. They were very grateful. And throughout the day, just chatting with other campers, and everyone started their campfires pretty early and they burned up their supply. I waited till it was dark, so I had my campfire rolling. And as it happens throughout usually when I go camping, so when I go camping in wilderness backpacking, I generally don't see a soul, for hours and hours and miles. So, it's so secluded. Sometimes if I just want to be outdoors, I'll go to a campsite that's easy to access and you'll meet other people there. Generally people end up wanting to hang out with me. They'll hang out at my campsite, which is always nice. And because I have extra equipment and extra food, I'm happy to share that as well. So people, other campers came and they all wandered over to my site and hung out. So we were chatting and hanging out throughout the night. There's this weird thing that I noticed with the other campers there is that people were obsessed with this serial murderer, Ivan Milat. And I have no interest in that. I really don't care. But they would kind of, say things like, "What do you think it was like to be Ivan Milat? Do you think you could have survived Ivan Milat if he tried to come into your tent and just kill you? Do you think you could have fought him off? Do you think what would happen if Ivan Milat tried to get you?" And I'm kind of thinking like, all right, dude, that's kind of weird. But then one dude during the night said, "Awfully nice knife you got there. Can I have a look at that? Can I hold it? I just want to hold it for a little bit." I said, "Oh, sure, man. Okay, yeah, here." So I let him hold it. He was like, "It feels real good. It's nice and sharp. You could really cut someone real good with this. It's real nice." And I was like, it weirded me out a little bit. "Can I have my knife back?" So I took my knife back. And just chatting with other campers throughout the night and hanging out. One guy was sort of saying like, "You reckon there's other bodies out here that they might find? Maybe the police didn't find them all, And he didn't exactly say this, but it kind of sounded like he was saying, "Be an awful shame if they couldn't find any more bodies out here. Be nice to just find one or two more, He didn't say that, but it's kind of the tone that I was getting from him. Anyway, I don't know why everyone was so obsessed with this serial killer. They kept talking about it. I just wanted to hang out in the outdoors and have fun and relax. Real weird, real funny, but it was so relaxing, so enjoyable, and it was just cool. And I always enjoy hanging out with people and making new friends around a campfire, so that was very enjoyable. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been so great, so relaxing. It's important to step away from the daily pattern that we have to live with our jobs and our school and everything that we have to do day to day. It sort of turns things into a grayscale hum, you know, and we tend to lose sight of the things that really matter in life, the things that genuinely actually have value to us. There's so many things out there, so many people, so many things that are just trying to steal our attention and our emotions and use them against us. And it's so important to matter that those things are a part of you, and we need to try to identify when people are trying to steal that from us and use it against us. So I feel great for having been able to get away from screens for a little while, just enjoy the outdoors where I can just appreciate the things that I enjoy. And I hope that all of you are able to find an opportunity to relax, to step away from all the stressful stuff that we see on the internet, and just enjoy being yourself, enjoy life, and remind yourself of what really matters to you. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Be well. I'm not going to put any links to my stuff. I'm not going to talk about my games or any products or anything like that. I just wanted to enjoy this nice camping trip, and I'm glad that you were here to share that with me. Take care, everyone. Go grab yourself a croissant or make yourself a s'more sant if you want.